Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, today is Wednesday, April 30th. I will be pulling messages today. I will be pulling like tarot messages for today. I did post a few messages on my TikTok, so you guys can check that out over there. They're a little bit shorter because they're just pictures, so I'm going to post a longer video obviously on my YouTube channel so that you guys can check that out there. So the deck that I will be using today is the Tarot for Learning. I like to use this deck not just only for myself. I do like to use other tarot decks obviously, but I like to use this deck for people who are just coming on to the spiritual tarot divination scene, and obviously you're just learning about tarot, right? So these cards are a little bit helpful for you guys if you guys are looking for like more definition on maybe like what the card might mean, things of that nature. So I'm going to pull random messages for today. These are just random messages that you guys maybe need to know for today. You know, questions that you guys were thinking about, those kind of things, right? And again, it is the end of this month, so I will be pulling for this month ending as well. So for today, the end of the month, I think tomorrow is the 1st of May. So let's see what messages come out. So Spirit, please give me clear, concise messages for the collective. Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, anyways, thank you, Spirit. So I was going to say, you know, please, Spirit, give me clear, concise messages for the collective, and to please protect you guys during this reading. That's what I wanted to say, but the cards flew out. So the first two cards that came out was Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords, it could feel like this is like a unknown kind of feeling. So for some of you guys, it's like resourcefulness, right? It's like an energy of feeling like the situation might be tricky, sticky, or it just feels like there's this energy of maybe trickery. So that could be something where you might feel like it, where it might not be that, but it could just be a mental blockage for you. So for some of you guys, this could be a mental thing. If you're blocking yourself mentally, that will block your finances as well. So if you think negative about money and your finances, like if you keep saying over and over to yourself, like, I'll never make money, or I'll never do this, don't say that, right? What you want to do is, when you have those feelings in your mind, switch it. So instead of saying to yourself, I'll never make money, say to yourself, I will make money, or I am making money, right? Like in the present tense, right? So for some of you guys, Seven of Swords could be significant. So you could be seeing 7-7 at this time. Also, fours could be significant with the Emperor, which is the next card. So again, confirming that stability, structure, protection, authority, control. Okay, so this is in Aries energy as well. So you could have like fire and air placements as well. But this is also confirmation for some of you guys. So you guys are taking charge of a situation. So again, where you might have felt where, you know, you're lacking stability or resources or financial stability, that's confirmation that you're not, for you guys. So again, to remove those mental blockages from your mind, basically. And this is for the end of this month. So this is the feeling that you could have been feeling for the whole month of April, where you felt like things were slow, things were stagnant. And it looks like with the energy moving in the month of May coming up, that you guys could be, you know, transitioning when it comes to your stability. So this could be also changing how you think about money, thinking about your stability, how you save money, how you spend money. Okay, so the next card that came out was Two of Swords. Okay, so financial stalemate. Again, twos could be significant as well. So with this card, it says indecision and stalemate. You are feeling stuck between two choices and need to gather more information before making a decision. Okay, so again, it's like being stuck like in a rock and a hard place. So right now, again, back to the mental, you know, air sign mental, so thinking, right? So this could be also when it comes to balance. This could be happening in the next 2 to 3 days, right? So there could be something about like maybe you feel stuck or like hidden information. But again, going back to the Emperor card, it's confirming that you guys are not in that energy. It's just this feeling that you guys are feeling. And then the Sun also. So it's like you guys are stepping out of the stalemate energy, basically, with the Sun coming out. So prosperity and abundance. So twos could be very significant for you guys. Ones and nines could also resonate for some of you guys as well. So you could be seeing the number 1919 too. So Leo energy could be significant. You don't have to be a Leo, but you could have Leo placements for some, or you could just embody Leo energy. So with this card, it says joy, positivity, and vitality. You're experiencing a time of happiness and abundance. So enjoy the moment. Okay. So it's almost like Spirit is saying to you guys that if you're somebody who, I don't want to say complain, but if you harp obviously on negative like emotions or negative thoughts, obviously those negative thoughts and emotions will start to play out in the 3D. Okay. So for some of you guys, you might want to start, you know, manifesting or journaling your thoughts down, like positive thoughts, and also trying to just to stray away from, you know, negative thinking, right? And I think that's the challenge that you guys have to face for the month of May as well, is learning to remove whatever past energy that you had for the month of April. So like if things didn't go the way it was supposed to go for the month, you know, for April, then for May, basically whatever life lessons that you learned, so say you've gone through awakenings and things like that, this is your chance basically for the month of May to take whatever lessons you've learned in April and basically put it into now May. And then again, it's going back into the Taurus energy. So it's almost like with Aries energy, it's like in the month of April, you were taking action on certain things, right? So you were taking action, you were planning, you were delegating, you were creating structure. Okay, that could be confirmation for some of you guys. And then for the rest of the collective, for some, moving into the month of May, for some of you guys in Taurus energy, because Taurus is a earth placement, you guys are probably more focused on grounding yourself. Okay, so the month of May is focusing on grounding yourself and basically learning to have some type of like habits and routines, some type of stability. Okay. What are the messages for the collective spirit for April 30th? What else do they need to know? What are the messages should the collective need to know for April 30th, Spirit? Okay, so 2 cards came out. So again, going back to what I was saying with the month of May, like grounding yourselves and meditation, even if it's not like going out in nature, it's like being in the car, like what I'm doing right now, just being in the car, being in silence, or listening to maybe binaural beats in silence away from other people, could be a form of meditation and structure for you. Okay, because everybody's different. Not everybody likes to do the same thing. So when I say to people, for example, the Soul Tribe and Collective, when I say to meditate, you don't literally have to do yoga, okay? You don't have to do yoga to meditate. You have to find something that makes you feel grounded, and allows you to feel more at peace, for you guys. So for me personally, like with my placements in my chart, yes, don't get me wrong, I like to go walking, but I hate sweating. I hate sweating. I hate it. I just hate the feeling of sweating and then being in my sweat, knowing that I can't like shower and things like that. So if you're somebody like that and maybe you don't like going for walks and things like that, go out in your car, right? Sit in nature, be out in nature. Even if you go for walks, don't go for like walks that are like, you know, fast paced. Take your time and like stroll, right? Just being outside, what I'm trying to say, like get out from the house and not be, you know, stuck inside. Okay, so that could also be confirmation when it comes to like healing yourself in that sense, right? You don't have to do yoga, you don't have to go to the gym. Again, financial, you know, wise, not everybody can afford to go to the gym. Yes, there's some gyms that are like $10 a month. Okay, and what? Just because it's $10 a month doesn't mean that you can afford that. Maybe you have financial responsibilities, or you take care of people or bills or whatever. So whatever you can find ways to meditate or be one with yourself without having to like break your pockets either. That could also be confirmation for some. But anyway, back to the reading. The Knight of Pentacles came out. So again, going back to what I was saying, confirming that if you change how your mindset is, then you would be able to see in the 3D, and it all starts in the 5D. So you change your mindset in the 5D. You manifest, you journal, you dream, you do all of that. And then in the 3D, slowly you start to see changes, right? So for some of you guys, it's being reliable. Even though things are kind of slow for you, it's the fact that you move slow, yes, but you get things done. Okay, so you're slow and steady, you get things done. And I mentioned this earlier in my reading. I said slow and steady wins the race, right? So it says you're practical, reliable, efficient, stoic, slow and steady, hardworking, committed, patient, and conservative. Okay. 12s could resonate for some of you guys. Again, earth energy for some. For this card, it says responsibility and dependability. You are diligent and reliable and are willing to put in hard work required to achieve your goals. Okay, so this is confirmation. So whatever mental blockages that you guys were having, that literally was stopping you. So for some, you could have just had, a moment of having negative thoughts, and that's okay. You're human. So, go through those emotions and feel that, but then don't dwell on it either. Okay. Because again, you dwelling on it will manifest it, and you guys don't want that, right? For yourself. So Knight of Cups is also, a significant card too, because it's based on Pisces energy. You don't have to be a Pisces, but you could have these placements, or somebody with these placements, but basically somebody who's nurturing, right? Nurturing and also charismatic in a sense where you're idealistic. Okay, so for some of you guys too, this could be something to do with like creative passion. So like creative arts. You could be somebody who likes music. So for some, when it comes to maybe healing yourselves in a sense of therapy, I would suggest maybe like art therapy. Okay, there's something called art therapy where you can use art, right? Not you drawing art, but just using art in general, and using it so that you can like kind of heal yourself in a sense. Some people use music because music is also part of art, creativity and things like that. So you could use music with art, drawings, whatever, and that could be something that you might like to do. And I know that they also have schools that you can go to for like art therapy and stuff like that, if that's like something that you're trying to like lean more into, for like people who are more empathed, right? So again, when it comes to like financial opportunities, creative endeavors, emotional expansion, things of that nature, that could resonate for you guys as well for confirmation. Okay, so again, 12s could be significant. You could be seeing 1s and 2s, and you could also be seeing 3s as well. And then again, back to this card, you could be seeing 12s, so 3 again. Okay, so before I end this, this card says romance and idealism. You are a hopeless romantic who is driven by your heart and inspired by beauty and creativity. Okay, and for some reason too, I also pick up like Libra energy too. I don't know why, but Libra also represents like beauty and art and stuff like that too, right? So again, you could also have like those placements, or you could know somebody with those placements, but this could be also confirmation for some of you guys that like whatever mindset that you were in at that moment, basically what's happening is that you guys are releasing that. Like you guys are releasing any old mindsets, old habits, you know what I mean? And to confirm that too, like at the bottom of the deck too, we have the High Priestess, right? I'm just trying to find it for you guys. So yeah, like at the bottom of the deck, you have the High Priestess. It's like, okay? So it's almost like, about like some type of hidden truth that obviously is coming like to the light for you guys, and it's allowing you to just continue with your purpose. So it's almost like if you were kind of stuck and stagnant on, say for example, a job or school. Let's do school before I end the messages. Say that you were in a tight situation with school where you were stuck between two choices, where you want to go to college or university, but then everybody around you who knows you, they know that you either want to go to college, but they want you to go to university, and maybe you don't want to go to university, maybe you want to go to college. Okay, and a lot of times people don't realize this, but when you go to college, college is more hands-on. Okay, college is more hands-on in a sense where you can learn better because it's more interaction in that sense. Okay, with university, it's more book based, right? So you know, like I guess essays, quizzes, tests, things like that, like reading and writing, a lot of that stuff. With college, it's a mixture of both because you get to do co-ops. I'm not sure if universities are the same, but I am aware with colleges that you can do co-ops, right? So it depends. Like if you're going to fashion, I mean, sure, you can go to university for fashion, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people go to college because fashion in college is a little bit better because again, it's hands-on, right? So for some of you guys too, that could be confirmation as an example, being stuck, being in a stalemate where you feel like, I want to do this, but then I want to do this. And then it's almost like, well, I can't do this because of this, but you could do both. Okay. For some of you guys with your situation, there could be something that you are going through that you could actually do both. So if that's like working a part-time job or going to school and then, you know, working part-time, you can do that. There's no reason to feel stuck. Will it be hard sometimes? Sure. But can you do it? Of course, right? So these are little examples for you guys to understand where if you feel stuck, it doesn't have to be specifically that, but you get an idea on how to kind of like maneuver through those kind of stalemates, right? Or another example would be if, I don't know, maybe you don't like to drive. Okay, perfect example. A lot of young people don't like to drive. A lot of young people want to get their license, they want a car, they want insurance, they want all of that, the jazz. But then when they start seeing how cuckoo people are on the road, sometimes they're like, I don't want to do it. So again, it's like that mental blockage of like saying, I don't want to do it, I can't do it because of this. And you have to start putting yourself in a mind frame where you're like, no, I can do this, I want to do this, I need to do this, right? Like change your mindset basically. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I hope the messages resonate with you guys, and if it does, please leave a comment down below, like the video if you would like to, and of course share the video if it resonates with somebody that you might know during this time. And I will see you guys in the next reading. I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you so much, Soul Tribe and Collective, and I appreciate you guys and the support. Love you guys. Bye.